Okay, so example 2 on page 3 of the packet, I think is another good one to watch a video for, so I'm recording that for that reason. Now, the reason why this is different than the ones you've seen so far is we have a negative c term, so that's going to change things a little bit. So we still do step 1, where we got our first term in the equation, 3x squared here. We got our last term, negative 15, right there in the last box. And we're still doing step 2 the same, where we multiply those together. Now 3x squared times negative 15, that's negative 45x squared. So we end up getting a negative number. So now when we're doing step 3, and we're looking for two factors that add up to the middle number, we're really looking for two factors that have a difference of that middle number of positive 4x. Because one of them, if we have a negative number here, that means one of these two factors is going to have to be a negative to create that negative 45x squared. So, 1 and 45, they have a difference of 44. That's not going to work. 3 and 15 have a difference of 12. That's not going to work. 5x and 9x, they have a difference of 4x. So that's the one that's going to work. Now, because the 4x is positive, we want to put the negative with the smaller number, because 9x minus 5x is going to create that positive 4x for us. So again, just like before, we can put the two numbers in the box. We got negative 5x and we got a positive 9x. Now for step 4, when we're doing our greatest common factor, for the first row, we have 3x squared and negative 5x. 3 and 5 aren't a match, so 1 would just be coming out, but then each term does have an x, so we can take an x out. For the second row, we got 9x versus negative 15. Well, they do have 3 in common as a factor, and then only one term has an x, so only 3 is coming out. Now the first column here, we got 3x squared versus 9x. Well, both of them are divisible by 3, and both of them feature at least one x. And then finally, for this last column here, this is going to be where we get a negative number, because see how both terms are negative? So negative 5 actually goes into both, and then only this one has an x, so we're good. So we're actually ready for our final answer. We're going to have 3x minus 5 in one parentheses and x plus 3 in the other. So we can write that in. And that's our final answer in factored form.